Taylor from Mercer University. How did you get started speaking, and what was your inspiration?
We talked about this last night. I got hurt playing football, and my dream went away because I wanted to go play pro ball. It didn't happen, and so I was kind of demotivated, and I was sitting in a huge arena with about 20,000 people, and there was a bunch of speakers. There you go, folks, speakers. And there was a gentleman by the name of Zig Ziglar who stood up there and he did a story about a young man and had all kinds of problems, and we don't need to get into the story, but it was, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and I'm saying, wait a second, I can walk, I can talk, I have my legs, I have my arms, I'm in pain, okay, that's fine, but that's no big deal. And I started listening to what he had to say about that young man, and I said, I need to get out of my funk. And so this one man changed my entire life and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. But that's not when I started speaking. That's got me to start my own businesses. Then after I sold my last company 22 years ago and my son was born, I wanted to do something that I wanted to do that I knew might be pretty good at. I wanted to give it back. I wanted to share and talk. And so I decided to get into the speaker business. And by the way, it's a very backward business. To get an engagement, you have to have a video. To get a video, you have to have an engagement. Okay. How does this work, okay? It's hard to do, but I figured it out, and I started training people, and then I worked from training people into keynotes, and then I did something different in my business. There are a lot of speakers that talk on a subject, and they're very good at that subject. Well, I'm an entrepreneur, and as an entrepreneur, you're a jack of all trades. You might not be a master of any of them, but you're a jack of all trades. So you got to learn them. And so what I did is I just said, if I'm going to speak, I'm going to learn about my clients and I'm going to interview them. It's hard to do. It takes a long time to put the programs together, but I'm always learning from them, because some speakers will go out there on the trail for about 5 years and they're given the same story over and over and over. And in your marketplace, with the way things are changing, you can't do that. So to answer your question is I got into it because I decided to do it, and it was a passion that I had. Probably the greatest compliment I've ever gotten as a speaker is a person one time said, I don't know if I believe everything that you said, but I know you do. And he said, and if I could change your mind, then you'd have the passion to go behind that. So if I give you one other thing with leadership, when you have the passion and the conviction behind the words, people will buy into you. So to answer your question, that's why I did it.